Hello everyone and welcome to Mobile Marketing presentation number 3, 6 mobile marketing channels. In other words, 6 different ways how you can access your target audience on mobile devices. And once again, mobile marketing is any marketing on or with mobile devices. And the mobile devices are like smartphones or maybe tablets or smartwatches, etc. So let's see what are the 6 ways how you can access your target customers on mobile devices. Number 1, having your own mobile friendly website. It is very important to have a mobile friendly website because you don't want to push away your customers. Everyone is now expecting you to be mobile friendly. There are 2 main ways how you can go about creating a mobile friendly website experience. One would be to create so-called responsive web design, and the second approach would be to have your own separate mobile website. What is the difference? Well, responsive web design means that you don't have to have a separate mobile website, separate tablet or PC version of your site. You can just have one single website that will automatically adapt to whatever size screen it's being displayed on. Regardless of the device, the visitors will see all of the content you have to offer, and they're going to see it in a readable way. So let me explain that. Let's suppose that this is, for example, how your website is being seen on a desktop computer. So this might be your logo, this might be maybe the heading, some welcome message on your website, this might be login part on your screen. So if you number and mark each section of your website with numbers or letters like A, B, C, D, E, F, etc., then you can, with a responsive design, you can control where do you want, for example, section A to appear, where do you want section C to appear on your tablet. You might want to decide that you'll put section C here in the top right corner if it is, for example, a login section of your site. Similarly, you define in what order you want all these elements to show on your mobile phone. So as you can see, with so-called responsive web design, you need to have one single website, but your web programmer will also have to define how is the information going to be presented on various devices such as tablet or mobile phone. Maybe this is going to be more clear if I show you this example from a Moz website blog by Christina Kledzik. She actually copied the look of a Microsoft website on a desktop screen, and you can compare it. You see all the elements of that website and how these same elements are being presented on a mobile phone. So once again, pretty much all the information gets presented, but the order is different, and that you can control. Different strategy is to have a separate website, completely different website on a separate domain. Sometimes you will use letter M to specify that this is a mobile version of your website, musbank.com, m.bbc.co.uk, etc. This is generally more expensive and more time-demanding approach because you really have to deal with 2 different websites. So in a way, creating web responsive design is probably a first step. It's easier way to get you to become mobile friendly. But you should consider having your own mobile website, and this is recommended approach if you need a separate different website with a special purpose, like for example a website that will just help you with online banking or with selection of maybe some of the most important news of the day, etc. So think about it. You might want to start with a responsive web design, and at some point later you might want to even decide to create your own mobile website. So that was the first channel, the first way to access your customers on mobile devices. The second channel is mobile advertising. We've seen an example of Campbell Soup, a company that decided to advertise to target audience on mobile devices. You can use Google AdWords or Facebook ads or Twitter ads or LinkedIn ads to advertise on mobile devices. And interestingly, according to this report by digital marketing agency Marketo, it looks like mobile ads on Facebook are actually even more effective than their desktop versions. So in other words, if you're going to use Facebook ads, it looks like it pays better to use them on mobile devices rather than on desktop computers. So that's kind of interesting. We have to verify those numbers by further research, but it looks like mobile users are not ignoring those mobile advertisements. How do you set up your mobile campaign on mobile devices? Well, if you are, for example, using Google AdWords, in the campaign number one, for example, campaign number one settings, you can specify that your ads will actually show on all devices, and actually that's a default. But you can change your mobile bid adjustment. For example, you might want to decide to pay less or more for your ads on mobile phones, which I actually did in this particular campaign. I'm paying a full price bid when advertising on computer and on tablets with full browsers, but I decided to kind of disregard smartphones in this particular campaign. So I am advertising on tablets, but I'm not advertising on mobile devices such as phones. You see 0 clicks here, and you see bid adjustment of -100%, which is actually meaning that my ads are not going to be shown on smartphones for some reason. So this is how you can specify to show your mobile ads on mobile devices. It is very important also to mention that in your mobile advertising you might want to use so-called phone call extensions, especially for example on Google. So what it does is it allows the viewers of your ad to automatically place a phone call to your customer service phone number. So use those call extensions, make it easy for mobile device users to contact you. Channel number 3, mobile email. Email matters for mobile marketing. We've seen before that 66% of emails are now opened on mobile devices. But not only we open those emails, but we also tend to start purchasing things by using our mobile devices. Interestingly, email prompted 26.7% of e-commerce sales on mobile devices. So once again, out of say $4 that we spend on our mobile phones, $1 is being prompted by an email. So actually email does work, which is very interesting, but we have to use email marketing properly. Optimizing for mobile is extremely important. We have to optimize our emails. Otherwise, as we've seen before, more than 60% of people are going to delete our emails. So mobile email is an effective strategy, but it has to be used properly. Channel number 4, SMS and MMS messages. SMS stands for short message service, or you might want to call it text message. It includes only text and characters up to 160 characters, while MMS, multimedia messaging service, also includes images, video, and audio. SMS is no longer viewed as a high spam channel. Now SMS is being used by the best brands to drive real results. The key is to use SMS and MMS properly, to use certain principles, do's and don'ts, and that's something that we're going to talk about later when we discuss mobile marketing tips. There are many examples of successful use of SMS campaigns, like for example we mentioned Ford campaign before, but now here's another example, Starbucks holiday SMS program that offers SMS subscribers holiday specials, weekly deals, and cheerful holiday messages. So think about SMS, think about dedicating certain budget, maybe just 5% of your marketing or digital marketing budget. But think about it, SMS could be gold for your marketing. SMS could be a real winner if you do it properly. Channel number 5, mobile apps and so-called push notifications. You probably all know what a mobile app is. It's a special program that gets downloaded on your phone and that helps you do certain things. Like for example, here on a TechRadar website you have a list of best Android apps for the current year, and here are a couple of examples. BBC Weather app, then Dropbox app, very popular app that lets you share files but also file different documents online, or Google Keep, or for example Evernote, online note-taking tools. And one of my favorite apps is actually so-called Swype keyboard app, and what it does, in case you are relatively slow when typing, for example you have to type letter H and then E, L, L, O, one letter at a time, what Swype actually lets you do is to swipe a word rather than type a word. In other words, you can press H and then keep pressing and then just swipe to E, L, L, O. Or if you want to write welcome, you're going to do it like this. And there's a word prediction technology that will help Swype kind of guess what kind of word you had in mind. It's actually a very useful tool and it can improve your productivity, especially if you are relatively slow when typing on a small phone keyboard. So those are some of the apps. You might want to think about creating your own mobile app, but only if that helps add value to your customers. You can create your own mobile app to profile your news, events, maybe special deals, coupons, member directory, maps, games, sign-ups, and for many different reasons. The big part of your mobile app strategy is actually your push strategy, your push notifications. So what are the push notifications? They're extremely important. Push notifications allow an app to notify you of new messages or events without the need to actually open the application. Similarly, like how a text message will make a sound and pop up on your screen. So let me try to direct you to an article written on mobile push notifications, an effective but underused marketing channel, written by David Mott on eConsultancy website. That's where you can get an idea how to use those push notifications. Here's an example by David Mott of a Walmart app. If you download the Walmart app, you can get notified once a month or so about Walmart's special deals, maybe seasonal sales, etc. And you can get that notification. You can open the notification, pick up your coupon or whatever, and even go directly to their website. Once again, this is called push notifications, and it's a very useful and effective marketing instrument. But you need to ensure that you have a push strategy for your mobile app. Even before you start designing your mobile app, you should have a very clear idea or strategy how you will be using those push notifications. And finally, our channel number 6, so-called action codes. There are different action codes. One would be a QR code or maybe a barcode, but what they do is to prompt customers to take action while on the go. So you are maybe in a superstore or you are waiting for bus to arrive and you have your mobile phone with you. You can just scan that QR code and it will take you to a certain page of a certain website, or it will send you a message. So let me show you how it works. You can generate various action codes on a website like this one, QR Stuff, and when you go there you can choose what type of message are you wanting to send to your customers. So I chose website URL. I want to send my website URL, and I typed in here ipowerlab.com/digital marketing training, and I got this QR code. And then I downloaded that QR code. That's the QR code, and I can now send that QR code to people, or maybe use it on my posters, on my offline communications, on my brochures. And in order for you to be able to read that code, you of course need to have so-called QR scanner or QR reader, and this is one example that you can download on Google Play. It's called QR Droid Code Scanner. When you install it, you're going to be able to read my QR code. You are going to arrive on this very specific page of my website where you can get started and register for my programs. So these are 6 different ways how you can access your customers on mobile devices. Once again, those 6 are mobile friendly website, mobile advertising, mobile friendly emails, SMS and MMS messages, apps and push notifications, and finally action codes. In the next presentation, you're going to learn mobile marketing tips. In other words, how to use those 6 channels to be most effective. So you're going to be presented with more than 40 different mobile marketing tips. So thank you for watching and keep learning.